Hello my beautiful people, and welcome back to another Red Fairy hair video. I'm starting the video off with my natural hair braided and prepped, and use some hair serum to moisturize my scalp just to encourage some growth to the roots while my hair is braided up. I'm doing a flip over sew-in today with feather crochet around the perimeter, and since I have fine hair, sew-ins have never lasted long for me with my fine natural hair, so I need to have a stronger foundation base, and I'm going to use a stocking cap and a crochet weaving cap so that I can ensure my sew-in will hold for a long period of time and also protects my hair from the feather crochet I'm using later on. I'm sewing down both caps using black nylon thread and placing a needle and thread on the second row of braids, since this is my anchor braid and the braids in front will be my leave out. I'm just cutting off any excess cap I didn't sew down, and I'm just being very careful, feeling around for my natural hair before I cut, just to avoid cutting any of my hair. I ordered feather crochet from Hotbraids, and I'm so excited because it honestly took me forever to think of how I can make feather crochet work for fine hair girlies, and this really caught my attention because the amount of grams that comes with one bundle. I received 22 inches of kinky curly, which is about 265 grams of hair. The feather crochet will only be installed through the weaving cap and going around the perimeter of my base. To make this install fuller, I'm adding 2 bundles of kinky curly from a raw hair vendor I found on TikTok, making this equal to about 4.5 bundles of hair in total. Using nylon thread in the color blonde, I'm sewing the bundles so that you can see where placing the tracks, and using that color blonde makes it super easy when removing the bundles by myself for my takedown. I doubled the tracks to use as much hair as possible because I wanted this look to look really full, and I also didn't want to cut the tracks and instead did the fold over method. The plan is to use this technique so that I can reuse this hair for up to a year, and I also wanted to find a style that I could do that ensured growth instead of damage. This style can also be worn up to 2 months depending on how you take care of it. After sewing in the first bundle, I'm testing the strength of the base when pulling the bundles, and it is super strong and firm without feeling any tightness on my scalp. And using that second bundle, I'm doing a single layer this time, but still using that blonde thread and sewing the bundles in a U shape to start to close up that flip over sew-in. Now I'm going in with that black nylon thread again and placing the tracks as close together as I can, trying to fit the entire second bundle in this area. after I finish sewing in all the bundles, I'm just checking and seeing if there's any areas where I'm finding the tracks are sticking up and just sewing down those areas to the cap so it lays flat, prepping that perimeter for my feather crochet install later on. Here's the feather crochet dyed jet black and air dried, ready to be installed. I brought y'all a little bit closer so you can see up close and personal how invisible and seamless this feather crochet is. I brought both sizes in the crochet needle since each hole is a different size depending on the area I want to install. And to install the feather crochet, I took a single piece and looped my crochet needle through a small hole on the weaving cap, then placed that piece through the hole and did a single knot to hold it in place. I love doing this method because it reminds me of an invisible part on a quick weave, but since this is feather crochet, this style is going to last a lot longer than a quick weave. I can get really close to the perimeter on the base and it looks so seamless close up, like it's growing from my scalp, and the removal process is so simple with no scissors involved. The stocking cap also helps avoid the feather crochet from being installed through my actual hair, since there is a metal piece on the ends of this feather crochet. I just went into all the small crevices using my crochet needle and my feather crochet, and this makes doing a sew-in so much more doable for people with fine hair, since now we don't have to worry about the awkward spaces like you saw in the beginning of this install. The feather crochet is so flexible and gives my perimeter more flow compared to just having the bundle sewn in traditionally, and before doing this method I could never have been able to use 400 grams of hair in my head, and doing a sew-in and feather crochet duo just gives us fine hair girlies more options, and we are definitely up 10 points. This is a final look from installing the entire perimeter with the feather crochet bundle. The ultimate test is to see just how well or not my fine hair blends with the feather crochet, and honestly I was in shock at how well this blends with my fine hair. I love me a quick weave, but this only took me 3.5 hours, which is actually faster than doing a quick weave. There was no chemicals involved, no gels, no protectants, and no bonding glue when doing this install. This is also a faster method than just doing feather crochet throughout the whole head, and just getting 2 bundles from a vendor and 1 bundle of feather crochet is all the hair that is needed, making this the best option for reusing both of your bundles and your feather crochet. My edges are laying so flat and my hair doesn't have any bumps or gaps in between my hair and the weave, making this hairstyle definitely a game changer. This blend is not only flawless and seamless, but it is also lightweight for this to be over 400 grams of hair, and my hair doesn't feel tight from the thread at all. Now it's time to detangle my natural hair and define these curls. I'm going to define my hair first and use this aloe vera curl mousse to define my curls, and all the products I'm using will be in my Amazon storefront under natural hair. This is a lot of hair, so I'm taking this section by section and using some conditioner mixed with water to moisturize and detangle these bundles. This conditioner is also used as a leave-in conditioner, and it's from a Brazilian brand I got from the Beautify store, and it does a super good job with defining the curls on my bundles. I'm taking this section by section and spraying a good amount of water on the hair as a prep, then defining the hair with a dimming brush from Bread by Kiss, and next sealing in the moisture using the Shea Moisture Curl Mousse to define those curls even further and hold them in place all day. The raw virgin hair and the feather crochet hair textures match perfectly, and that water mousse mixture is definitely making my curls pop. This was definitely my first time doing this style, and I did it on camera for the first time, so I was super nervous for just defining my curls because I felt like my hair would look see-through and you will start to be able to see the feather crochet, but that was definitely not the case at all because this blend on my hairline looks so real and so natural. To define the curls on the ends of the hair, I'm using this texture mousse from the Deuce to seal in the ends, wrapping them around my finger to create a uniform look and gives that curl a different definition of character. I'm doing my baby hair using some edge control, and I love the way the aloe vera mousse dried on my natural hair. It made my natural hair in the bundles look so good, and the products I use in the bundles air dried nice as well. Using this BioSilk Light Serum, I'm unraveling any ends that doesn't drop naturally, and using this serum avoids the ends from becoming frizzy. And to give the roots some more volume, I'm using this hair pick from Pattern Beauty, and I got it from Ulta. I'm just going in small sections on the roots and giving the hair more volume, and doing this makes the hair loosen up and become more flexible and makes that hair look more natural and flowy on the roots. This is a final look of my Feather Crochet 360 protective style. This style can be worn up to 2 months depending on how well you braid your foundation, and I will be keeping this Feather Crochet for at least a year just to see the quality and longevity over a long period of time. The hair air dried with that definition looking so perfect. The ends are giving a natural flow, and this method just took the fine hair baddies to another level. Let me know what you guys think I should call this protective style, and be on the lookout for the removal video. See you guys in my next one, and bye y'all.